Oh, goddamn, would you look at that? It's a full moon tonight. The hell was that sound? Who's there? Oh! If there's something strange up in your pants, who you gonna call? Ghoul catchers. Got goo everywhere, and it don't smell good. Who you gonna call? Ghoul catchers. Come on now. I ain't afraid of no bitch.
What up, what up, what up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. We're talking about old Augustine Gamos. Sorry for mispronouncing your name last time. I think I got it right this time. Don't get all fired up, man. That was just my intro. I wasn't calling anybody a bitch. I know you misinterpreted that because you have thin skin. I called you a basic ass bitch, as in you're boring and predictable. I wasn't calling you a bitch. Although, it's not something I wouldn't consider. But now I can't say it on the internet because, oh my God, you might think I'm not going to say it to your face. And we wouldn't want that, would we? But anyway, hopefully Trucking Alert doesn't copyright strike this channel for that. So I made a video about Augustine Ramed in the ass, and I guess he didn't like it. I'm going to come out on record right now and say I'm triggered. I'm always triggered, so that's not a good argument because, again, you know, if you don't respond, you're a bitch. If you do respond, you're triggered. We've all played this game where none of us are new to the drama, so let's quit fucking around with that. But anyway, so I made a video. He reacted to it. He said some dumb shit, and then he said some dumb shit to the video that I reacted to. So we're going to get into it today, guys.
If I'm going 42 miles an hour and the sign says 45 miles an hour through roadwork, and you're passing me on the left side, and you're doing it really fucking quick, you're obviously not even going 45. You're going faster than that through the roadwork. And like I said, 95% of the time, it's the owner-operators, right? If you're in the way I'm passing, I hope not through roadwork. What I'm talking about is owner-operators passing you through roadwork. That's what I'm talking about. When you're supposed to be slowing down. When you're supposed to ride out the roadwork, dude.
So there's only like 6% of the freight in the United States is like oversized owner-operators, which he said at some point either in this video or the one that he did that I originally reacted to. But only about 6% of the owner-operator freight, or the total freight actually, is oversized. And, you know, he claims 95% of that is in California on the Highway 99 near Merced, where all that construction was, where the lanes are super narrow, I guess. What a statistical anomaly that is. But it's not the owner-operators, I would say. I mean, just from my own personal experience, most people that don't own the equipment don't give a fuck about the equipment, and they don't give a shit about anything else, right? They're just going to do whatever they got to do, you know, to get shit done. Are there some bad owner-operators out there? Yeah, probably. It'd be crazy to think that there aren't. But are they 95% of the problem? I highly fucking doubt that. Plus, there's a lot of trucks out there that look like owner-operator trucks, and they're not. Right? There's so many fly-by-night little fucking 1099 companies that just buy auction trucks and slap a DOT number on the side. To a 4-year rookie who doesn't know any better, it probably looks like an owner-operator truck, but it's actually somebody that doesn't speak English working for a Russian out of Chicago, right? Or a Somali, right? It's not all white people. But thing is just because it looks like an owner-operator doesn't mean it is, right? And to think that 95% of it is their fault is fucking insane, because they don't even make up like the greatest share of the market, right? That's a weird fucking thing to, I don't even know where he pulled that from. You know, I'm assuming it's a troll, right? Like he's just trying to say something controversial, or he just really believes that and he's stupid. I hope he's trolling and he's not stupid.
I've worked for CR England, Night Transportation, a temp agency, and JB Hunt. Four. Um, I covered another temp agency that was literally for 3 weeks while I was waiting for this other temp agency, the one where I was vlogging at, where I was delivering to the post office. I don't really count that. That was because the main temp agency that I was dealing with in the Bay Area, they were just taking so fucking long. The HR, you know? So yeah, I've had four trucking jobs. Four. I didn't even get on with Martin Transport, right? They didn't even hire me. So I don't know if that counts as getting fired, but I didn't even get hired, right? I was never on payroll for Martin Transport.
Oh, he doesn't count it. He doesn't count some of them, guys. He doesn't count all of them. So he didn't count that one. I wonder how many others he doesn't count either. But so that's 6 jobs if you count the attempted and the ones he's admitting to, right? In 4 years. If he keeps that trend up, once he hits 10 years, what is that going to be? Like 12, 14 jobs? Right? So, and then the title that you're seeing on the screen right now, that's the video that I originally reacted to, where he blames owner-operators for the fall of the industry. Those 95% of oversized owner-operators that drive in California on the highway that he drives on. Yeah, it's all their fault, guys. And, no, don't look into the fact that he posted an article about illegal drivers being hauling American freight for American companies or anything. Don't pay any attention to that article that he himself posted about and celebrated, right? Let's blame the 6% of the industry, and who knows what percent of that 6% are actually owner-operators hauling oversized freight. But, let's blame them, right? So, and again, I know he likes to say that I'm being shitty by talking about his experience. I said in the beginning of the video that he reacted to that just because you're new doesn't mean you can't teach somebody something, doesn't mean that you're bad, right? It's not always that case. But when it's a guy like this who isn't even in it for trucking, right? He's said it many times, he's just here to make videos for YouTube. So he's not posting videos because he wants to help a truck driver. He's posting videos because he knows somebody's going to look it up and watch it, right? But the problem is when they look that video up, good for you. Good for you, Augustine Gamos, that person's going to find your video, right? But bad for them when they realize that the information they looked up to try to help themselves in this new industry they're trying to get into is from a retard who doesn't know anything about trucking. You're not helping them. You're a fucking problem.
And to his credit, maybe I should watch what I say. But then again, it's my channel. I have a freedom of speech. And I really stand by what I said. The thing that made
Well, hell yeah, he stands by what he says. I sure hope that doesn't come back to bite him in the ass later. Let's see what else we can get into.
talk about, why are there so many just really bad, dangerous truck drivers out there? Let me make sure my microphone's on. So, I've been noticing a trend here. All right. So, since I've been driving, I'm about 4 years into the game with truck driving, and I've noticed that the quality of the American truck driver has really gone down. Now, a lot of people like to blame foreigners. Um, where that comes from, the whole blaming foreigners, they are a problem, but trucking is really a right wing type of job. There's a lot of more conservative people in trucking, to whereas in tech and in like finance and something where you need a college degree, especially tech, that's going to most likely be.
So the foreigners are a problem. We just can't talk about it because the people that are talking about it might have voted for Trump. Didn't you vote for Trump?
Why owner operator truck drivers are such horrible truck drivers. Okay, so why does someone become an owner operator in the first place? Ask yourself that. So, the reason why somebody would become an owner operator, um, one reason that people forget is some people that want to get into trucking, they can't pass a background check to get on with like Swift or England or a mega carrier or a company. because they might have a criminal record. So the only way for someone with like a really fucked up criminal record, especially like a recent charge, is to buy their own truck and become an owner operator. Because if they're not going to buy their own truck and become an owner operator, a felon with a serious criminal past might not be able to become a truck driver. So, what's the difference there, right? You can literally go get your CDL and become an owner operator like that. If you have good credit, if you got money down on a truck, you can become an owner operator and then go.
So if you just got out of prison, you have no work experience, you haven't been making any money for however long you've been in prison, right? So your move is you're going to go into an industry when you have to have tens and tens of thousands of dollars to even get started, right? Extremely good credit. Just your first year of insurance will probably be like 10 to 15 grand depending on your driving history, right? You think a broker's going to touch a brand new carrier with no experience? No, right? You know who does get right out of school and jump into an owner-operator truck and make a fool of themselves? Prime, right? You can get right out of Prime training and go right into an owner-operator truck with no experience, and they'll treat you like a slave. You'll pay for their truck while you work for peanuts, right? But no, it's the felons who got out of prison who are the problem, right? You know how much fucking work it takes to get started as a trucking business? Right? It's $2,500 just for your plates. Then you got to go to a fucking DOT. It's a lot, dude. You're not getting out of prison and then immediately going into a fucking truck. It doesn't make sense. Right? That's a stupid argument. I know you didn't think through very well. Right? And that 4 years of experience is telling because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Right? Like I said, not everybody's an idiot, but some of you are, and he's one of them. So he doesn't claim to be an expert, but he's arguing with me about commenting on his lack of experience. Right? And then right here he says it. He doesn't give a shit about trucking. He's just trying to make videos that people will click on and watch. Right? Who does that remind us of? Oh, this guy trucks. Remember him? I'm going to focus on what's important. And we all thought he was going to say his family or job stability. No, he said growing his YouTube channel. And then here we have Augustine Gamos.
And if you're mad about me talking shit and you say you don't, well, here's some examples of you talking shit. Look, he's calling someone gay right there. What is this one? He says this guy has Down syndrome and he lives in Arizona. Aren't you close to Arizona? Couldn't you just drive over there and like tell him to his face? Why are you saying it on the internet? If you're going to say something like that, you should go tell them to their face. Isn't that what you told me? Right? This is the guy. I don't know. He looks like a mechanic. Mechanics are kind of important if you drive a truck. I wouldn't want to shit all over a mechanic. I don't know what he does. I just know what he looks like. Maybe I'm profiling. I don't know. What else? Oh, you're mad because the conservatives over at fucking Bonehead Truckers kicked you out? Oh, I'm so sorry. If you're upset about any of this, though, and none of those examples help to prove anything, just know that it's just satire. Don't be mad. And I thought this was funny in his video where he was reacting to me like everybody in the comments was a troll almost. Almost, not all of them. And then here he is talking about his Evergreen videos, right? His money-making videos. He's got a whole reaction channel, right? That's original. We haven't seen that before. And womp womp. Oh, it's not looking so good. It's not looking so good, guys. It doesn't look very evergreen to me, whatever the fuck that means. And then he said he respected my opinion here and trucking drama. He says he's not going to copyright anything. That's good. So I can get away with using his all of his material. That's great. So if he ever does copyright me, or if I get copyrighted, I can just blame him and call him a hypocrite because I have this. And he's saying I put words in his mouth, right? Talking about some of the stuff he said. Well, let's get into that. So as far as the basic ass bitch comment goes, so he says this, right? He's talking about the natural beauty of California, and he took a picture of somewhere up north, you know, around Redding area, maybe more north of that, not sure. And then he says, I love LA and I want to move here. Look at that. It's smogged out like a motherfucker, full of people, overcrowded, homeless everywhere. That's why I called him a basic ass bitch, right? Because he's just boring and predictable. He's got a 49ers hat and a fucking love of LA and thinks California is great, right? And then here's the whole cast thing, right? His little Love Island ripoff that he's trying to do, right? He says it's preferred but not necessary, right? So he kind of misrepresented that. And then what's the game there, right? Like, you can't get a girlfriend, so you're going to have somebody else move in with their girlfriend, so you could try to, like, cheat on them and claim it was for YouTube so don't get your ass kicked. I don't know if that's what's really going on there. And as far as unoriginal, right? So Unfiltered and Trucking Alert made videos about Gentry, right? Kind of talking about his safety. And then he went to my channel, obviously, took what I posted about Mr. By the Mile and just reposted it on his channel. So he can't even come up with his own content anymore. And then here he is, basically celebrating Trump. I'm pretty sure he said he voted for Trump, but I could be wrong about that. But either way, he's supporting it. And then here he is, like a few weeks later, talking about the TikTok deal or whatever. Now that, now Biden is more pro-American than Trump, right? And then here he is saying, people say us YouTubers should mind our own business, but fuck that. We love us some drama. Remember that. If he ever gets upset about the drama, if he ever says, this typical bullshit like, oh, you're wasting your time on the drama, blah, blah, blah. Well, he said it right there. Blah, blah, blah. F that. We love the drama. Right? And here's some more of his hypocrisy, right? Heads up, I'm no longer doing trucker content, sorry. This was 10 months ago. Right? No more of that. He's switching over to that reaction channel. Fuck all this trucker drama, right? Trucking is a dying industry. It's bad. Oh my God, so negative, doom and gloom. We're not going to do this anymore, right? This is 11 months ago, right? Oh, you could make $128,000 at a mega carrier. Oh, wow. Well, 11 months ago, trucking was a dying industry. His whole channel is like this. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nothing consistent at all. Right? And then here's him giving me permission to use his content so he can't copy strike me. And at the end of the day, he says it. If you make videos on YouTube, people are going to make videos about you. Right? So I guess it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if you're mad at me. You signed up for this. You put yourself on camera, so people are going to talk about you. So if he gets mad, remember he said that. So he basically painted himself into a corner. He can't get mad. He just has to accept what I say because, again, he put himself on YouTube. But anyway, guys, that's what I got for this one. We'll see if we get any more content out of him. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. But I think that's it. Oh, one last thing. And remember, he can't copy strike me.
You guys know what's best. I'm over here fucking up, getting fired from Martin. Fucking up on my pre-trip. I'm gonna start listening to you guys, bro. I keep neglecting you guys' advice like a hardhead. That's not just you guys. My other friends keep telling me the same shit you guys keep telling me.